welcome to England. We're all going to leave soon. En masse. What is it? It's 130,000 people left the UK, and it's February.
I think
like permanently emigrated.
No, what was interesting though is it was actually millionaires. So it was the amount of millionaires that have left the UK.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I think it happens quite a lot. Obviously,
Good
people
for them.
get an exorbitant amount of money, and they want to go. I want to live somewhere where it's really fucking hot because it is grey and miserable.
It's grey and miserable here. Do we know which podcast this is?
That's what I was going on my phone to find out.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty confident that this is like podcast 2000. No, it's like I'm going to go 39. No, 40. Is it 40? Is it 40? It could be 40. We don't have a Dan with us. He can't. We did ask. He's busy this morning, so unfortunately, we just thought, because people like 6 or 7 people were like, hey, could you do a podcast? I've got nothing to listen to. Honestly, there are so many podcasts where people talk shit for hours and hours on end that you don't have to just listen to the endless playlist of Low Origin podcasts. It helps our YouTube stuff. So
when do you think the last podcast was, and who do you think the guest was?
The guest was Dan.
Nope.
Oh, really? Bollocks! It's not that long ago. It's not that long ago.
So the latest podcast that is on there is podcast 37 with Fra.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
That's what it says.
It's not. It can't be.
It
can't
is.
be that long ago. Jesus
Podcast
Christ,
37,
guys.
Fra, and then bringing Jono's S15 back from the dead. The Circle is complete, VSXX Day. Goes to Mexico. Compression test time. Dory Fest 3, the one where Dan has a good time.
Holy shit.
Lower an S15 to an unusable height. And the 300ZX Barn 5.
Is it really podcast 37? So this is podcast 38?
Which was 10 months ago, yeah.
Holy shit. Winter has been a motherfucker. So this is
Gross.
podcast 38. Welcome. It's been an awful winter.
Yeah.
It's been cold as shit, and there's been like fuck all. If you want to put that secondary lock across, it would stop it from rattling if it's pissing you off. It's windy as fuck. It's been windy as fuck for like.
They've cancelled every treacle market in Macclesfield.
Every
for
treacle
5
market?
weeks, yeah.
What the fuck is a treacle market?
Like the last Sunday of every month, they have a treacle market, which is like a maker's market.
Oh, okay. So they don't just sell treacle.
I think they probably sell treacle there, but
Hey, Mac. This is Mac. Mac has absolutely no boundaries, which is fine because he's an adorable, adorable dog and he's soft as shit. But my fucking God, Saul.
he's not moaning at the current present.
He's fine. Yeah, it's true. He's not moaning like a little bitch, which is strange because he's a boy dog with bollocks, which you're probably getting a real good shot of right now.
He is the dog bollocks.
He is the dog's bollocks. We've done no driving.
Drove here.
Me. Drove here.
Yeah, I drove here.
That's true. Yeah.
It smells like macaroni and cheese.
It smells of shite. Eat bed. Eat bed. Eat bed. Get your bed. Get your bed.
Mac, bed.
You're fucking relentless.
Get on your bed.
He's a good boy, really.
Oh, you can't say that because then he turns around.
Fuck. Yeah, he's
exploring.
That's the noise.
Yeah.
That's the noise. You'll hear that a lot. Yeah. Yeah, we've done fuck all driving.
You did Dory Fest.
Yeah, I did Dory Fest, which is getting on for a while ago now. Yeah. That is a while ago now. Jesus Christ. What state is your car in?
It's on wheels, drives.
It's on wheels. Now, what did you buy in the end? You got a set of...
I got a set of discontinued.
So just hang fire, right? Yeah. Saul abandoned his car,
yeah,
and then took loads of parts off it with the intention of doing loads of stuff. And then, understandably, and as things happen, a load of life got in the way. And I don't know why I'm telling his story. He's just sat right next to me. So, what happened?
So I basically sold a load of my parts from my car.
Yes.
And I don't know why.
Nobody knows why. We all
why.
remember it happening. I remember Jono messaging me and being like, why did you do that?
No, so my missus changed jobs. So rather than working like from home, doing this little bit, she then actually had to go to an office. So we only had one car and a van. I gave my van back. Mrs. then had to use family car. This was starting to get a bit ridiculous because dropping me off in the morning to work and then picking me up on the way home, bit of a nightmare. So we then bought a second car. Yeah. We bought a Mini Cooper.
Wow, I remember that.
Yeah,
that was
Cooper S.
That was one of those decisions that I just had to step away from.
And I knew what I was getting into.
Did you?
Because I did all of the research and I found one that seemingly had one owner, one careful lady owner, as they all have.
Careful alien owner.
Alien owner.
Alien loner.
And it had had real decent service history, real decent like history with it, loads of good receipts, like not the kind of receipts where someone's chasing problems.
Yeah, or like Tesco receipts.
Yeah, but like pretty well documented car, really cheap. And I thought I'll take a punt. I was after a diesel one, but this one was in the top end of the price range for a diesel one. So I was like, I looked at a diesel one. Most of them are crash damaged or got loads of other problems because diesel minis that only do like shopping miles or local miles end up with loads of other problems because they don't get a motorway run out.
Yep.
I don't know why Mini would ever think doing a diesel car would ever make sense, but anyway, we're getting off topic. So I went to look at it. It was a N14 engined one, which all the viewers now would be like,
isn't that the one? Like, even like my mum, who doesn't know where the engine is in her car, would hear that and be like,
yeah. It's the one that you don't want. But I thought anyway, we'll go see what it's saying. I test drove it and kicked its head in. It was rapid. Everything was right about it.
I do remember the first thing when you picked it up, you're like, this is so fast.
Yeah, it was bone stock.
Alarm bells should be ringing at that point.
Yeah, bone stock. And it had been really well looked after. Like for an old car, it was immaculate.
How old was it?
It was a 7 or an 8, an 08.
An 08?
So it was like the first gen of the turbo ones.
Facebook wasn't really a thing.
Yeah, but it was rapid. It was really nice. It was blue, and it was real sporty, real fast. And I thought, I'm going to kick its fucking head in because this guy's took it in as Part X. Some woman owned it, and she took a brand new car off him.
Yeah.
So basically, railed it for a good 45 minutes. Didn't miss a beat. Didn't have any like hot start problems. Anything.
So you thought you'd done it? You
paid
thought
him the money. Thought I just cracked the code. Yeah. Paid him the.
Bear in mind how far we've gone back to find out why Saul stripped his cars. Yeah. Incredible.
Paid him the
October the 31st.
Paid him the money.
1987.
And the money came from breaking the parts of the car because all the money from breaking the parts was meant to go into changing the way the car looked. Didn't. Right. Went on buying Mrs. a new car because she started a new job.
Right. Okay.
Then fast forward to the full conversation I've just had about why and what. Blah 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 blah. I then started it back up, started fine, and then I just started the normal drive home. Just the drive home. It was only Runcorn, so it's like 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
And about 10 minutes into the drive, I was about to go onto the Runcorn toll bridge.
Oh, yeah.
The expressway.
Merseyflow.
Yeah, Merseyflow.
That Merseyflow, boys.
I was about to go up over the Merseyflow, and as I joined the Merseyflow, I got a bit of a... I was like, oh. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Hashtag just BMW things.
Yeah, so then it completely cut out halfway down the Merseyflow and would go into limp mode, so it would only give me about 15 mile an hour. Mac, you are right in the way. Right. Get in your bed. Get in your bed. Go on. Get in bed.
Squeak over there. Bed, do squeaking, little boy. He stood on the bed. He was like, no.
Get on your bed.
Good boy.
Thank you.
I shouldn't say good boy. So you say good boy, he immediately gets back up.
So on the Merseyflow, it went into limp mode.
Yep.
And I was like, this is fucking gay.
How limp modey though? Was it like? Was it
10
ECU
mile an
light
hour.
And then do it 10 miles an hour?
Yeah, 10, 15 mile an hour. Engine management light.
On the Merseyflow bridge?
On the Merseyflow bridge.
Wow.
Which I think is 60? 50, 60?
That's the amount that I usually get charged for every time I go over the Merseyflow and
forget to pay
the £2 charge because it's stupid.
So I managed to get off the other side. Anyway, get off the other side, pull up in the industrial estate, and it is just car crash.
Is that what you were hoping to arrange?
Yeah. Yeah. So then we were in the Touareg, and I got a bar on the Touareg, so I then dragged Abby down every country lane. I've got a solid bar.
That's the smartest thing you ever fucking bought because I actually. I've got a trailer.
Yeah, I've got a solid bar in the back of the Touareg, and I always keep it under the boot floor. So then I link it up, and then I'm just like rage doing 65 mile an hour down country lanes as Abby's an inch from my bumper in the new Mini. We drop it off at Liam's. Liam can't really find an actual problem with it.
Does he interrupt his laughing at you long enough to tell you that what you've done is stupid?
Liam looked at it and he said it's a really clean, like well looked after car, but he said he feels like someone, as he started looking into it, he could see things had been removed and replaced, like with genuine components from BMW. He said someone was chasing a problem somewhere. He said it's obviously been into a garage and they have been chasing an issue because a lot of things were replaced. A lot of things had Even things like the high pressure fuel pump, which I'd learned is a fortune to replace on them.
Yeah, how much are they? Because
I think they're about 500, 600 quid.
500-600 quid. Okay, on a car that costs
1,500 quid.
Wow.
Yeah, so a third of the price. So all of this kind of stuff's been replaced, all with brand new components.
Yeah.
And Liam just said, he said, it's one of those things where it looks like someone's been chasing a problem and haven't found it, whether it's electrical, whether it's something wrong with blah, 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 X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
You could start replacing all the other bits and then still end up another couple of grand down the hole.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. And I got it. I went and picked it back up off him. He said, I haven't been able to make it do the same thing that's happened to you. He said, I put a load of V-power in it. He said, I drained the tank, put a load of V-power in it just in case it had been sat. He said, it's been perfectly fine. He said, I can't make it do the thing. So I was like, fine. I said, we'll just take it home. Like a full tank of V-power in it. Paid the man. Drove it home totally fine. For like another 4 weeks afterwards, again, totally fine. Was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Until there then wasn't. It just started going into limp mode intermittently. And there wasn't any consistency to it. So it wasn't like it would do it at a certain temperature. It wasn't doing it at a specific point. It would just randomly do it.
Okay. So at this point, I mean, I know what happens next. I don't know whether you want to say what happened next.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to say what happened next, but I ended up with a Golf GTD. Because that's the sensible option. And the Golf GTD has been great. I'm fine. It's £20 a year to road tax. And yeah,
so it's mine. Mine's been.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the money that then subsequently went into the Mini that was meant to go into the 14 didn't, and then got swallowed up because the Mini was worthless.
Yeah.
And then we ended up with a Golf that cost 12 grand.
Yeah.
So
it's funny how things go, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so then your car, your S14, has sat on your dad's drive for how long now?
Since last year, this time last year probably.
Since this time last year.
No. Yeah, this time last year.
But now, so you got rid of was it the wing, the body kit, and the wheels?
And the wheels, yeah. So made it undrivable.
Maybe undrivable. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. Cheers,
you parked a car on your dad's drive. This is shades of 2012.
Oh yeah, bad. Yeah.
Here's a car, Dad. I'm just going to make it undrivable. And now you can't park on your drive.
It is now drivable and movable because I bought a set of work MCOs.
Now tell me about these MCOs because they look great. They are black,
They're
which
black,
unfortunately means you can't see any of the intricate detail in them.
Yeah.
Which is stupid. But what are the specs on them? They look great.
They are 18 by 10 on the front and 18 by 11.5 on the rear.
Okay, yeah.
The front is a real flat face. The design is sick, and then the rears are super concave.
Yeah, I like that. That's
they
good.
have elastic bands for tyres.
They do have elastic bands. I mean, that's so 11J on the rear. What tyre has it got? 11.5.
And they have, I want to say, 235 30 18s. They are stretched.
That is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They look phenomenal, and then the front looks equal.
Yeah,
but then it's obviously
they're like 215,
35.
18s.
Now, what are you aiming to run moving forwards?
I'll probably go to a 255 or a 265 on the rear.
On the rear, yeah.
Because I've got obviously the tubbed arches. I can swallow that.
Swallow
and then just do a 225 or a 235 on the front.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's
they look sick. They're just horrible in black. They're going to get polished.
So that was my next thing. You're gonna paint them more.
Yeah. So my thought process is because they're black, the matte black.
Matte black. They're not even like
gross
black.
picture of it. Yeah. They're horrifically coloured, and the problem is because of the black, you don't get like the multiple steps in the lip, and you don't get like the shape of. Mac, get on your bed. Thank you. Don't look at him.
Okay, I won't look at him.
Yes. He's a Vizsla crossover lab and is like Velcro. He wants to be just welded here the entire time. Or mounting Alex's dog.
The background, or the background track is just a squeaking noise in the background constantly, even though he's massive.
Yeah, he's a big gay boy. Big gay boy, Mac.
Big boy.
Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So the thought process is to either powder coat them in chromes.
Yeah, okay.
Or to get them rotary polished.
Oh, is that what Ty did on the...
Yes, they go into like a
machine.
and they spin
like a week.
Like beads, yeah.
Beads.
I think Dan did them on his cloisters.
Oh,
way back
I
when.
think he did, yeah.
And I think they give a pretty good finish, but I think they do dull over time. They
do.
They don't last forever.
No. I think you can seal them.
Yeah,
you
I'll
can
probably
do
get
all sorts
them
of stuff to seal them and
like
stuff.
clear, powder coated or cleared after the fact.
It's whether that's like, yeah, exactly that.
I'll do something to try and seal them or protect them.
What about like just doing so? Like your fives when they were white were just not white, silver.
Yeah,
were fucking.
they look sick.
I love that. That was such a
and that's going to be the
clean-
backup. So
even though the car was a fucking wreck, it looked so clean and immaculate.
And
I love that.
I was tempted by just going back silver again.
Yeah.
But I've not found a silver that I like, which sounds really ridiculous, but it's difficult to find a silver that's nice.
Because every time you get close to a silver, you go, oh, that one's even better. Wait, that's chrome.
Yeah. So like it's difficult to find a silver that's really like poppy and bright, whereas a lot of them just end up looking grey and a bit meh.
Yeah.
So I'm still in two minds, and maybe I'll take one to get powder coated and just see. Worst case is I just go, they need to go get polished, which is not the end of the world.
Yeah.
It's just a case of
So your wheel situation is getting there. Kit situation. What's your kit situation?
This is the big dilemma because I know that the car will look unbelievable on.
I know.
Type 3.
It's the boy.
It is the boy. However,
I will never change this.
Yeah, changing and
I might buy
adapting.
another one, but
Yeah, and I'm good with. I've done the Origin. The Origin looks sick because it was a bit motorsporty and a bit wild looking. But I do like the look of the HM Sports Aero.
Oh, I do. Yeah, for 14, the Mondeo face.
Yeah, it's real good
with the HM Sport. Yeah, it does look real good, doesn't it?
And I'm
it's like a
tempted,
cross between
what
was it? It was called. Oh shit, my brain's gone fucking blank.
M Sports.
That's exactly it. The M's, all the shots of the old M Sport car. Oh, is it red?
The M Sports are red, yeah. So like M Sports was the next thing, and I know Sam Burgess's car's got the HM Sport kit on it.
Yeah,
they're such a good looking car, and they're available. So like, if I damage it, it's not difficult to get one.
Yeah.
Whereas like Type 3 now is all purchased made to order. So like, if I bought it, I'd have to wait for it to be ordered.
Yeah, exactly.
And having the ability to just get kits is going to be the cheat code kind of thing, because I don't want to have to buy
especially like as time progresses, it seems that things are getting either more difficult to get hold of or are disappearing entirely generally. So that's probably a smart fucking move. Okay, so T3, and then now you've lost a lot of the livery because obviously there's but there's a lot of it's on the kit, on the skirts and stuff. So what do we? I mean, it really kind of depends on a lot of factors.
I mean, the car was last painted. In its entirety in 2018. So
wow, really?
Yeah. So but that was mainly the only thing that's left now that were from that when it was painted were the doors and the roof, because everything else has been obviously changed or on and off the car. Because I've had multiple rear fenders, multiple wings, bumpers, kits, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So like the doors and the roof are really the only things that are still the original 2018 paint.
Yeah.
So I was tempted to maybe, because now I've got a new boot as well.
Oh,
I've got Kooky spoiler. So I'm tempted now to maybe do a full paint, because realistically there's not much that isn't going to need painting anyway.
Yeah. We've still got loads of paint.
Shout out Adam.
Shout out Adam.
Yeah.
I need Adam to do some painting on the 300 as well, because the 300 is looking like a car from 1992 every single day. It looks more like a car from 1992 that has been driven badly through a hedge and back. So Adam at Retrochime, please.
The thing that's really disappointing though is that I serviced it before parking it up after Teesside, and I'm going to need to redo that. I'm going to need to redo all that before I drive it again. Well, it does get periodically started.
Every year that I drive this car, I
service it.
I service it before I go to Dory Fest.
Then service it afterwards to park it back up. But no, I periodically go and take all the plugs out of it and prime the engine, start it up. To much of my neighbours, my dad's neighbours,
they must love that.
Yeah,
all of them.
Cold start.
They're all like over 100 as well, so they must really enjoy.
They probably can't hear it, to be fair. So
no, they have no fucking clue what's going on.
But yeah, I did want to put it on the road, but as is the way, like this country, I drive down a different road every day. It's fucking horrific.
It also seems like things are becoming more and more difficult every day to even consider something like that. So we were talking to Jono about like his S15, get it MOT'd. My 300 is on the road. It's not here right now because it's with Brad having the crank oil seal sorted because it decided to leave, or the oil decided to leave through it. But like the idea for this summer was like we'll get a couple of street cars to just go and have some fun in, and then you're like, oh, I'll just get this MOT'd, and you're like,
It's gross.
like the new. Did you see the new MOT thing where they want you to take a picture from? Is it the front and the back?
I only saw the bit
on the
where
ramp.
it said the front, but go on, Jono.
So I asked the mechanic about that yesterday, and he knows nothing about it, but he doesn't do MOTs.
Right. Okay.
But he hasn't heard anything yet.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so it might.
Oh,
be
it could be fake news. Well, either way, yeah. So the idea was that I mean, it sounds obvious because all vehicles must go to an MOT station to get an MOT.
Yeah, must go there.
All
Must
vehicles
attend.
do that.
Yeah.
All of them. All of mine have always done that. All of yours. We've always.
Always. Ghost
done that.
MOTs actually don't exist.
They don't exist at all. Nobody's ever done that.
No.
That would be illegal and stupid. And I absolutely, no one should ever do that. But seemingly it's much more difficult to do that if you were the sort of person who did want to do that for various reasons.
I don't know how the picture thing solves anything other than
doesn't.
proving that
It's-
the car is there.
It's stupid. What they're doing is because the whole thing, I think, from what I gathered from that, this is where you get your news from now, reels. From a reel was that the MOT part of this is being done in the phone app, which just for me makes it seem like it's more likely and easier to manipulate. But I don't know. It's one of those things. Clearly, they're going after an easy thing to go after, which makes sense because nothing they do is difficult. It's always the easy option, like.
Well, it only really stops ghost MOTs, i.e. the car not actually being there, than them just MOTing it.
Yeah.
Which fine. But then it means that if the car is there and someone logs on to the MOT app, takes a picture of it, then I don't know who does it, the DSA, DVA, whoever the fuck they are, whether they can then just go, oh, Derek's logged on at whatever motors with X car, let's just turn up. I don't know if that's a thing. 'Cause
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure the only way that they used to
Maybe, yeah.
catch people out was they couldn't catch people out MOTing something else. They would send in cars to be
Yeah.
inspected.
Well,
I think that's how they used to do it.
the argument was that they were concerned about emissions and that they wanted to make sure that the emissions for the vehicle being tested were the emissions of the vehicle that were being tested.
So a picture of that would prove that.
Would it
Exactly,
prove
no, it's
that?
bollocks.
It sounds stupid.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make a whole heap of sense. But either way, they've.
Come here.
Oh, amazing! Just be careful. Should we? Are we good? We're in. Got faded pancakes. I think they're pancakes. I'm not entirely sure. Some syrup.
Before you were going to say ketchup, then.
Ketchup. Yeah, isn't that fucking weird? They look scary as hell. I was like, what the hell are these? Like purple pancakes and pink pancakes, and then the yellow ones.
Macaroni is
yellow ones look
dying.
like a burger.
He's like,
This is a
oh
burger.
my god.
These are great. I quite. Can I have some syrup?
Oh my god, everyone's got them.
And we're back.
They were banging.
They were some good pancakes. Thank you very much, child
Pancake.
and wife.
Pancake.
Yes. MOTs. Where are we up to? Yeah, MOTs.
It's-
Not looking great.
Has it been
MOT-wise.
confirmed on anywhere that's actually deemed official? Because I just saw a Facebook post about it.
Yeah, I think I've seen the same. I mean, it might be bollocks, but I guess I don't know. It's one of those things. It's the secondary thing here is like it's so easy now. There are so many things that would fuck us if we got pulled over in something like this. Whereas like 10 years ago, someone pull you over in this, they don't know what the fuck they're looking at. They go, has it got wheels? Yeah. They wouldn't even be like, oh, the tyres are stretched. They wouldn't be like, those tyres are stretched. That's 3 points per corner. Or like, why are the big chunks of rubber on the front of your tyres?
Why have you used a potato peeler to take the letters off?
Yeah. What? Yeah, just like you could get away with so much more now, but because I hate to say it's so mainstream now that the majority of the police know exactly what this is, what they are, and what they're used for, and all
I
the
feel
rest of
like
it.
the worst thing about these would be the fact that they actually have fiberglass body panels now, and I'm surprised that's never really made it into MOTs previous to this. Because even if you have a car of modern construction, like say take any modern BMW, they obviously come with very specific crash tests and da da da.
Yeah.
And if you replace that with a carbon fiber bonnet, that basically makes that into a thing that's just going to explode out of the way, and then you're just going to get mangled on all the components in the engine bay that's not designed to be crashed into.
That's a very good point. That but then how many BMW, like, because there are legitimate BMWs that have carbon fiber bonnets and roofs and shit like that.
Carbon fiber.
Like how many how many of those vehicles did they crash? Do you know what I mean? Do you have to do a separate car crash test? Anyway, this is digressing massively. The point is, your car.
Yes. Needs paint. Needs
do you have a
delivery,
plan?
Are
you going to try and make Dory Fest?
Well, so much so that I don't even know when Dory Fest is. I was really excited about Dory Fest to be not at the place where Dory Fest lives.
Yes, but Dory Fest is going to be Dory Fest is going to be where it lives. Yeah.
Is the place where Dory Fest lives going to have the new track?
I don't think they have any intention of coming through with that ever.
Then I'm not that excited about it.
You can't say that. Dory Fest is an incredible event.
I
Everyone should
really
come
enjoy
to.
all the people there, and I'll be there in attendance. Will I be there in the car? I think it's the week after Harley's wedding.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
July.
Yeah.
Which is the week after Harley's wedding.
Wow, so you'll still be in Ibiza?
No, so I think I get back the week before it's on.
Oh, okay. So you could come, but you just
I could
not.
come. I might. It all depends with what
Just
happens
come.
with.
You don't have to come with a car.
Yeah. Oh no, I'll still come. All the time.
All the time. But yeah.
The thing, the difference will be is between now and then I've got.
It's terrible because what we're talking about is one event.
It's literally
It's
the
one
be
event.
all and
The only event that we can do, that we want to do, and because someone says to me, "So, well, you go to Three Sisters." You go, yeah, and it sounds terrible. It's like, but I want to go to Dory Fest. I enjoy going to Dory Fest. I enjoy seeing all my friends at Dory Fest. Enjoy driving with my friends at Dory Fest. It's like you can drive at other events and stuff, but like I don't know. Maybe it's getting old, but like I also the element there is like the social element of like seeing your mates driving your friend, with your friends. Like I know I can happily. No, it's not. That doesn't sound right. I could happily crash into. No, I can. I know who can fuck up in front of me, and I know who I can fuck up in front of
me.
Yeah, no, but like,
Always.
do you know what I mean? Like, da boys who are at the event, you know. Whereas like you go to a different event, I'm not going to say Three Sisters because that's unfair, but like you go to another event and you're surrounded by a bunch of people who've either got something to prove, which is fucking exhausting. Lower urging! Oh, I'm gonna fucking door him! And then what they do is they drive at your door with weak ass angle, as if. Like they've got something to prove. It's
well, I had a Model 5
depressing.
written off in that fashion at STL.
Oh yeah, you did.
Had someone dive on me and take a chunk out of one of our wheels.
Yeah,
for no reason.
Yeah.
Other than to get closer, they're in pictures.
So they're in pictures.
And he literally said that. He was like, I'm really sorry.
I did it for the pictures.
I thought I'd get a bit closer so we could have pictures, and straightened into the side of me. And
I straightened into the side of you. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not fucking. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Exactly that. But like, I'm now quite defensive of the VSXXs, and I don't know whether that's a good thing. It's probably not a good thing.
No.
I also don't know what to do if I did write off a VSXX now because
just give it 10 minutes into me straightening up in front of you and you ploughing into the back of it, then you won't give two fucks about them anymore.
Yeah. This is it. I mean, they've survived the last Dory Fest and they're real good condition, and but I do now like. Yeah, I don't think that's a good thing.
I would like to send my car to
Brad.
No. Well, we will find out what the big secret Drift Games reveal is in about 7 hours from now. With the rumour, or well, not the rumour, it's not a rumour because Dave posted it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So it's not really a rumour.
I saw that. I was well excited.
Dave posted it. So it's not a rumour. It's
not a
true.
rumour. It's that it's happening.
It's happening.
Yeah.
But in what capacity? Hopefully it's just a big patch of tarmac. Which
that'd be great.
Really shit, but
yeah, but
they're the best.
Yeah,
bring Rocket Gun back, and I'll just send my car to Dave and be like, Dave, just store that.
Just store that.
Tell me how much I need to pay you.
Yeah,
and then I'll just keep flying over
and just literally nip over, do a bit of a smash about, and then that'd be that. That'd be quite nice. I quite like the idea of doing something like that.
We should go. The problem is like I'm in a weird position with work where I'm hopefully on a bit of a cusp of a promotion, so money becomes a bit simpler and a bit easier. I've just moved house.
But does time?
Time, yes, because a lot of my work then gets delegated out to other people.
Right. Well, Okay, well that's
So it's not the end of the world. And I get more holidays.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah, for me, time is the motherfucker at the moment.
Yeah.
I seemingly have less and less time, and that's never become more apparent than trying to do low origin orders and stuff. And I've been refunding people left, right, and centre. Over the past couple of weeks, I feel quite bad about it in some respects, but I just don't have a lot of time at the moment. It's fucking awful. I feel like shit about it, but I could definitely be doing a better job. But then every time I go to sit down in front of the PC to go and do something, like low origin orders or whatever, it's like there is a mountain of other fucking things that I think to myself, I should be doing those first, and it's a pain in the fucking ass. I feel pretty bad about it. So much that I was like, I could feel like I could move the store onto like Jono or something.
Jono's just going to play a violin over this whole.
Jono, yeah. I know, yeah. Oh, poor Alex doesn't have time to drift his drift car. What a pathetic.
Oh, look at you running a business.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Time.
What an entitled twat. Yeah, all right, fair enough. But like, I don't know, things fucking change. But like now, if it's like go and do an event, I want to do an event with my mates, go and have some fun. And there's so many other elements to this that need to be in place for me to want to go and do that event. Now then, Dan Joyce is not here.
We would have liked him to be here.
It's fine. Yeah. We didn't give him enough time. We gave him a couple of days, and he's busy at the moment, working on his car,
his S15.
His S15. Probably only a handful of people have realised this, but his Instagram story has been like, "Oh, look at this S15. It runs.
Yeah.
It drives.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has wheels.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it was parked in a car park when he sent us a picture of when he got it, so I can only assume that it was on wheels and wasn't just floating.
So, I mean...
we haven't seen many pictures of it.
No, we haven't. I've seen videos of it running and doing stuff, but like...
he's cammed it already, so...
He's cammed it already.
Next step is 500 brake.
Yeah. But this is the thing, like he's pursuing, top mount TD06 stuff.
So he's going to be like
I'm
new
like,
TD06.
Yeah, this is the Dan Joyce that we want from 2018.
We're going back to where we used to be.
Yeah.
Like, where we had lower power.
Low expectations, lower power, low traction, low origin.
Yeah.
And he seems in a much I want to say better place, happier.
I mean, it's case in point because running and operating a 500 brake car. Well, it was more
SR20, 500 brake horse SR20.
It was 500 at the wheels.
It was 500 at the wheels. It was probably closer to 600.
That's 125 horsepower per cylinder.
Ugh.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
And then obviously the toll that has on everything.
And everyone.
Yeah. On everything being mechanical and also Dan.
Yeah. It took all of his time, and it was and money. It was yeah. Look, we're not going to shit on SR20s. SR20s are the best engines in the world, and honestly, you should buy one and store it somewhere.
Gangster. However,
but yeah,
it was
rapid. It was. It was extremely fast, and it just didn't have the legs.
Oh, cat cup.
Hey, wife.
Hey.
You good?
Yes,
Yeah. Brew time.
There's no food there, Mac.
But yeah, the car is a thing, and his intention is to drive it this year. I think timing wise, I think the intention is to get it ready for Dory Fest.
It'd be cool to have him back, and it's a virtually stock SR, although it's now been cammed.
Yeah,
I think he wants to do TD06.
Yeah,
which is his actual old setup from his next level days. So we're saying probably 400 brake, like me.
Hey.
He'll calm down.
Sit in your bed.
He'll be back there in a minute when he realises Gary's gone.
Clipping.
So it'll be back to like 400 brake, like 380, 400 brake. Again, probably a set of like CR Kais or road tyres, 225s, something like that.
Yeah. His car always had like decent grip as well. Like it really didn't. He always used to run cut slicks.
Yeah, well, only when it was the retard power.
Yeah, but like
normal.
Always had mental grip, even with like a pair of. Do you remember that old S13? That the other low origin S13.
Yeah.
That had like fuck all real suspension stuff, and it was so
basic.
grippy to drive.
They're such a
on road
chassis,
tyres
though, aren't they?
Yeah,
like
that's the thing.
They just bend.
That's the thing. They were really good. I kind of the years that have gone by. I kind of wish I'd done an S13 or like a PS or something because they just seem to have the grip of nothing. Oh, you've managed to rip that Dory Fest, that 1 of 1 Dory Fest. Sorry, 1 of 2. Sorry, Martin. Dory Fest. Good job. See you later, Mac.
Bye, Mac. I would always have there's a JDM Garage have got or they had a silver 180 for sale.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I would do if I had a 180 or S13.
It's funny. It was just like we got S14s because that's what was available at the time.
But it's 30 odd grand.
But are they selling? So because here we are,
I've
it's 2025.
not checked
It's
on
2025.
it
It's February. I don't know why I'm looking at my fucking Casio electroluminescence. It's
There is a white S14 for sale at the moment for £25,000.
yeah. It won't fucking sell.
But it's got
Nothing's
D-line engine. It's
selling.
obviously going to be very well high
I know.
But the problem is someone's valued that as what it's worth to them.
Yep.
And not what it's actually worth in the market. Because
Exactly.
ultimately, that is a UK S14.
I've seen spec cars. Well, I mean, there's something. I'm not saying there's something happening. I don't know whether it's because the demand. It's not like
MOT fucking tests. I mean,
maybe
pictures.
but yeah.
They're not worthless.
But do you remember 2018, 2019, where like people's cars were soaring in value because things like Rockingham were like a monthly event, and everyone from the whole of the UK would descend. Anywhere a cool car would descend on Rockingham, and the prices of the cars increased. And now we've got very little events like that are happening that I'll have everyone going to them, if any, and the prices of the cars are coming down. So like, I saw a spec car the other day for 10 grand.
That the blue S15 that Dan built was back up for sale recently. So it went up for sale.
Yeah.
Someone bought it that we know.
Yeah.
And then they've done a bit of running around. Probably just got it back. They're a mechanic, main dealer mechanic. So they probably just sorted out a few little bits to get it probably a bit more tighter and a bit more roadworthy. And then they put it back up for sale. Seemingly, it's sold straight away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for a pretty decent price. I think it was 19.
Oh wow, okay.
So that's obviously not.
That is a real sorted car though.
It's super high spec. Like everything on it is so good. That is.
It's a super high spec road car as well.
Road car, yeah. So it's get in and drive and just work.
Yeah, it's the sort of car that like you could
I would have
happily.
bought it if I had the money. I would have painted it. I don't like that blue, but
no, you could drive it to Tesco and then you could also drive it to a track and do like quite good drifting.
Yeah, it's a real good street car. Like whoever's bought that, well done, because that was one that if I had the money, 100% would have gone and got. Yeah, I was hoping that the 7 days performance that I didn't actually buy or pay for just randomly went, oh, Saule won.
Saule, we'll ring Saule.
We spent that much money over the years. He didn't buy into this competition, but we put him in anyway.
Do you remember? It seemed that every single one of our what the fuck is he eating?
I think the ostrich bone.
No, it'd be the chicken carcass. There's a chicken carcass around the back of there.
Mac, come here.
Because the cat's finished off the chicken.
It can't be a chicken carcass because he's actually just looked at me and started.
It will be the chicken carcass. I know exactly what's there.
Come here.
It's hidden. It's hidden in a place that nothing can get to apart from an enormous dog that doesn't give a fuck about
Mac, come here.
fire extinguishers.
He's trying to come back, but he's about to knock all the fire extinguishers over. Yeah. Dog has got no brains. Thank you. Right, on your bed. On your bed, please. Mac,
so adorable.
So I can finish with that chicken now.
I've eaten that entire carcass. Yeah. The reason why you can't see the chicken carcass is because he's eaten the entire thing. Anyway, so Dan is doing bits.
Yeah, he's building his S15 again. It's going to be like old times.
It's going to be like old times. I don't. This is the thing. Like, I don't.
We should redo the 2018 livery.
I really like the 2018 livery. It's a good livery. It's a good look. Don't get me wrong. This is lovely. I like the bonnet being like this, but I also really like the bonnet with the things on it.
We should do V2 of the 2018 livery.
Yeah, but like, I don't think it should be V2. I think it should just be V1.
We should buy Rockingham.
Buy Rockingham. What was it sold for? Something stupid like 17 million or something ridiculous.
Arguably for the amount of space that's there.
And they just parked a bunch of shit on it. And then I saw the other day someone was actually driving on it. I was like, oh, man, someone's actually driving on it. And then that just disappeared.
Cinch were doing like car reviews on the track, weren't
they? That's a good idea.
Someone was doing some drifting on there at some point.
That's a good idea.
Went quiet after a bit.
I know, it's like a lot of things. It sort of goes, way. And then I think the main problem at the moment is so many people have, if you think about drifting 2018, 2019, the way you knew about it, the way everyone knew about it, was Facebook. And so many people. You speak to any of your mates right now, and they go, "Oh yeah, I've deleted the app. Or I'm not on Facebook anymore."
All my notifications are off on Facebook. Yep. Messenger is the only place that I have.
It seems like the majority of people that you speak to at the moment have just jacked Facebook in completely, whether it's like temporarily for a couple of days, or just deleted the app, or logged out, or have got rid of all notifications. Like it, and then you go, "God, I'm not seeing any tracks."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Yeah, that's because you're not on Facebook." Because weirdly, we got to this stage where everything was advertised about these things on Facebook. The only way you'd see about it. I remember. Do you remember
pages.
What was the fake Low Origin guys called? No, not Low Onion.
Entire internet rain posting.
No, not entire internet rain posting. The other one, the yellow guys who remember him saying it was a click, and I remember thinking it's not a click. It's just having an uncomfortable amount of time on Facebook. That's how you'd know about events. Because
Perry
Fagan. Fagan?
Yeah, I can't remember what their team
and
was
Tom.
called.
Tom Shaw.
Yeah, I just can't remember what
And they were called
themselves.
Slip Wheel.
Slip Wheel, that was it. Yeah,
That was it. Yeah. That was.
That's terrible. Because that
was their flavour of the week.
That.
It's terrible. I'm sorry. We do miss you guys. You guys have real good attitude to drifting, and we do miss you. People could say
They're not going to listen to this.
They're not going to listen to this.
Yeah. But even so, over the last a couple of months, I think D-Pad was a place where they were.
What the fuck happened with that?
Yeah,
What the fuck happened with that?
Come back into my brain.
I seen that. I was like, ooh, something exciting's happened.
Yes,
and he said something about.
I was really happy that was.
They're going to
getting
change the track or build the track. Or someone's investing some money and time. Brilliant. And then a minute, literally, I blinked, scrolled up, and it was like, yeah, we're just jacking. D-Pad, what's happened?
So I haven't pieced it together, but the posts were around the realms of we've had greenlit to go and build somewhere specific next to the track that we operate at currently, which is a small area of it looks like a dirt car park, and they're obviously going to then either tarmac it or put a specific track on it. I commented on it saying, this is great, you should just try and tarmac the whole thing.
Yeah.
I understand what the cost of that is. It's about 500 grand, which it's a massive amount of money, but that's kind of what it needs. It's close to where Rockingham was. I think it's that sort of neck of the woods, Northampton-y way, I think.
I don't fucking know.
And it would have...
Egan would have done it. Egan would have just smashed it. Egan would have just been like, yo, Lloyd's TSB.
Yeah, give me the money.
And Lloyd's just been like, I like your fucking energy, let's go. And we'd all be drifting right now.
Yeah, so we, the bank manager, doing laps. And then I think seemingly they were getting ready to gear up to start. I think they start doing events in March or May. One of the two. It begins with a M.
February.
Yeah, and then they posted that the events were not going to be going ahead or not going to be starting in March or May as previously planned.
Right.
Now, I think I sent you this screenshot.
Yeah, I saw the screenshot. Yeah, because I don't have Facebook.
That was a wow! And someone had sent it in me, and I can't remember who it was. Apologies to whoever sent it in me. They sent it on my Instagram because I'd commented on it. They sent my message back and saying, well, this has gone from yay to woo.
Just fucked.
Now, whether there's an actual realisation of how much that's going to cost or...
Maybe. Well, I saw the thing that said someone had greenlit it and they had said that they were going to be doing it, whether it was the owner of the track or whoever. But that was one of those occasions where it was like, oh, brilliant! It's like a misfire, you know. It's almost like it's like, yes, this is great. This is going to happen. No, nothing.
But it's like I know of a track.
Oh, something is rocking. No, nothing.
I know of a track for sale, and I've spoken to a person who knows the owner, and to conversations that eventually they're going to get to the point where they're going to want to sell, they're going to want to retire, and it's just a kart track. It's nothing special. But to do the modifications, to make it not possible to drive a car on it, but just to widen it in certain specific places, and just to make it a bit faster and a little bit and it's not we're not talking massive change. We're not talking like tarmacing the whole bit.
Yeah.
I think I stopped the conversation at 360 grand.
Wow.
And that's like barely making any changes to the circuit. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
That's literally just track changes. That's putting up acoustic barriers, building berms, digging new sections to make some of the corners slightly wider.
Yeah.
But then, like the guy that I was talking to, he said ultimately that ruins it as a kart track.
Yeah.
Because it makes it so that then people who are kart racing utilise these larger corners and never come off the throttle. So once you've changed it to be a drift circuit or capable of taking drift cars, you ruin it as a kart circuit.
I don't know enough about karting to pass comment on
What
that,
he
but, like,
explained is he did it at a pretty high level, and this is how he obviously knows a person. It's a specific kart track and kart only track.
Yeah.
He just said like you would then if I sent him the CAD that I drew of it and said like this is what would be doable, like, and he then went to someone else and said this is how much it would cost to do that. He then said that would then ruin it as a kart circuit because all they would do was just do this line, and he literally just drew a pen line.
Too
on
fast.
It when
Yeah,
they would just
but
go like
maybe
this.
you want them to go really fast.
I think it just make it boring. 'Cause
Going really, really fast is always fun.
I don't know, but that's what he said anyway. And I don't have 360 fucking grand.
No, and that's the thing. Like, anyone
I
who's
could put a
doing
business case
this,
together, I could argue it.
this
and fight
is
but-
it. Anyone who does it, like Egan at this moment in time, like you need someone with Egan's energy, Egan's time, and Egan's it needs to be Egan. And that, I think that whatever happened, whatever this, whatever.
Well, I would just be D-pad. I'd be like, hey, look at this. I've got this thing. I could do
Maybe
this.
that's
I
it.
would have
Maybe
all
is
of
it. Maybe
and
that's
then
the
just go,
maybe that's the
actually, well,
maybe that's the
ultimately-
announcement.
Yeah. Or maybe it is. Maybe Egan's bought it. and
Maybe
Egan's
that's
got 500
and then D-pad. What's the lad that does D-pad?
I'm gonna fucking
Fuck. We're really good with names. Maybe that's exactly why he's pissed off, and he's like, "Oh, apparently there's nothing happening." It's because Egan's just gone in there and got.
mine.
Hey, guess what? We're gonna be do drifting here now. Get fucked.
Yeah. Nah, I can't see it.
No,
I can't see it.
no. All right. Well,
I would 100%. If anyone wants to house our cars in Ireland,
yeah. They
we'll
look.
finish
They're
them.
great to look at.
Yeah, if you
and
want to put them on
and
display
do-
somewhere,
do
then we'll come,
podcasts in front
we'll
of.
come and pick them up once a year and drive them.
Yeah, we'll break them once a year and then park them back up, and you can use them as a
Ornament.
as a podcast ornament.
yeah, like we do. Oh.
But yeah, cool. Okay, well, yeah. So it's a strange time for drifting at the moment.
Yeah.
As I said at the very beginning of this, winter has been an absolute motherfucker for me, for you, for everyone, for drifting generally. It's been quiet, and content has been quiet. Clearly,
Although no one really gives a fuck about content, they just want us to do podcasts.
he just wants to do podcasts.
But then we're in a bit of a catch-22 because then we have nothing to talk about other than leaving it for 10 months and then having something to talk about.
Yeah. Now the thing is, exactly, and then the Low Origin itself is like as the Instagram. It's like it sort of sits on the edge of 90,000 followers, right? And if I do something,
It's like, oh my god, look at all
oh my
this.
god, and then
Look at what you could
the
have.
followers go up, right? And then you're like, oh, we're doing something positive. This is fantastic. And then you sell loads of things in the store, and you're like, I don't have the time to do this, and then I feel guilty about it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, if you don't do anything, the followers disappear, and then you do something, they come back, and it's like, oh, fuck.
One thing I would like
It's
to do
it's
is...
like it's always
Yeah.
become like it's a job. It is. No, sounds terrible. It is basically like it demands the amount of time of a job.
Yeah. We're at the point
Instagram
now where
does.
to make it what it could, should, and can be,
Yeah.
is it almost needs like the Dave Egan level of team
Yep.
of people to make it
Yep.
something. Or it needed us not to have
Jobs,
companies and,
and
jobs
kids.
and kids
and houses and
yeah.
wives and stuff.
And but,
Sounds terrible, doesn't it?
but to then, I mean, it would have been a crossroad at some point in our lives. But it was a cross point at some point in our lives where we went, well, what do we want to do? Do we want to do this forever, or do you want to take your job business to the next level and live a bit more of a comfortable life, or do you want to just keep living out of the unit, eating shin cups?
Shin cups was sick.
Yeah.
Although they do not scan well on Yucca. Fuck me.
fuck
Don't download the Yucca app.
Yeah.
Don't scan everything in your house because you'll throw it all the fuck away.
That's exactly what I did. Alex went, have you seen this? And I downloaded it, scanned everything, and then all the food.
Jono's done the same.
We were not too bad with food, to be fair. It was the fucking toiletries, like original
toiletries?
original source shower gel.
Yeah,
Do you think
yeah.
that shit's good?
And then-
Nope.
and then it's like it'll say like in that case it was like 5 red additives that are bad. You think they can't be that bad. You click on them, they're like, this is a known carcinogen that causes specific cancers, and you're like, well, I might as well just smoke again. That like,
Have you got hair problems? Yes, it's your fucking
it's
shampoo.
your shampoo. Have you lost? Are you receding in a specific?
It's
Yeah, that's
all the
your
shampoo.
Yeah. So don't download the Yucca app.
And everything you
picture of a
find
carrot.
that works is so expensive. Everything that's good is so expensive.
I ended up getting the chewing gum because obviously Wrigley's Extra. All Wrigley's products,
Trash.
Mentos products are like horrific apparently. So
Bisto gravy, horrific.
oh yeah,
0 out of 100.
Yeah, 0 out of 100. Skittles, Maltesers were a good one.
Pringles were a
0.
bad one. Pringles,
Here's a mad one. Sensations chicken crisps,
bad.
excellent.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty
Green
nice.
70.
Fucking
It's the worst for me because someone's
Yeah,
just
'cause
given me the
crisp.
green light
Yeah,
and
to
said
eat
you can
crisp.
now eat crisps
Yeah, when you're
every
on.
fucking day. So I've had probably about 3 or 4 packs of them this week.
Wow.
Yeah, I've absolutely gone back on my whole no crisp thing.
So the
Doritos tangy cheese ones.
Yeah.
70 out of 100. Yeah,
But yeah,
excellent.
Pringles, they can't even call them crisp. They call them potato snacks, I think, because they are
Jesus Christ.
detritus.
This
Awful.
has descended into middle-aged men discussing food additives.
Yeah.
Well, that's a very podcastable thing. But it's not why you've come here to listen to the Low Origin podcast.
One thing that I would like to do is I'd like to commit to us. It sounds really gay and boring, but go visiting events, like going and traveling around a little bit, visiting other people, going and seeing them, and having a bit of a
100%.
social good time.
I've said this for things like the next level event and the what's it called, racism.
Racism, yeah. I'd like to do racism. Now, next level
Racism in
seemingly
Poland.
isn't going to be going ahead for the foreseeable because Poland, much like the UK is, I think has pretty much stopped wanting to do drift days, whether that's through cost, whether that's through insurances and difficulties. Only now big events like Ultra Race are, which is
viable.
hilarious because it went from being racism to the Ultra Race, which I like the play on words.
Yeah,
It's
the next
hilarious.
one from next year is going to be called the Final Solution.
Because you said solution, not salute.
No.
I'm not doing the Elon.
Oh Christ, that's where we're at now. Yeah.
Have
From
you seen a person
Germany-
driving around behind Cybertrucks in America with a projector in the front of their car?
I've seen that.
projecting
Onto
Elon's
cyber.
thing. It's so
specific.
funny.
It's horrific.
It's so good.
How did we get here?
Yeah.
Also, like, what was it? The Water Plus company they'd ordered like 25 Cybertrucks. Did a thing where they live cancelled them because they're not comfortable with how Elon. I mean, hey, Mac, stop it. It's $3,000 saddle. Not that I care. And granted, I mean, I'm not massively comfortable. In fact, I'm probably the opposite of comfortable with where Elon Musk's going with all that. But it just seems like a fucking meme at the moment to just be like...
More planes in the last... What was it? 8 planes in the last 2 months have fallen out of the sky?
Yeah, I think that's... well, yeah, but then is the statistic is 77 planes in the past 49 days or something, and then last year it was 62 planes in the whole year.
Conspiracy Mac, I think not.
Fucking, I'm freezing. I don't know why everyone's got a fucking coat or a hoodie on and I'm just sat freezing my dick off. Why did I do this? I'm looking at my watch again as if it has the fucking temperature on it anymore.
So what are we, we can round this up. How long have we been going for, Jono? We've got about... Oh, it feels a lot longer. As if we've been pulling teeth and finding something to talk about.
Oh, jeez.
No, I think this is obviously going to be a little bit of a short one because one, we haven't got anything to fucking talk about, and two, we're just kind of touching base and coming back to hopefully the fold. And we always say this, we're going to do one on a regular basis, but my favourite podcasts that we do are with Jono, with his unbelievably expensive camera equipment.
Yeah,
and
that way I don't have to get my Mac down from upstairs.
Yeah, and our shit audio equipment. But it becomes difficult because Jono lives on the bottom end of the world and we live on the top end of the world.
We
Jono
do
should
live at
just
the top.
move.
You should just move. He's thinking of houses.
Maybe Jono should take over Low Origin.
I think Jono should.
The marketing guy at my company kind of said, "How have you even got this? Like, it's an organic 90,000 followers." He's like, and I said, "If you want to take it over and fucking do it,
I know, yeah.
be my
but
guest."
the problem is, it's like it's not like if you sold the Instagram. Do you remember when is it Dory Labs sold?
Did they sell it? Yeah.
They sold to what was Jake Noakes' drifting thing? Do you
Was
remember
that where it went? Yeah.
Yeah. What
So
was
the
it
car?
called?
Did the car come with an Instagram?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, right.
I think that's exactly what happened. Yeah. Well, what was it called?
That car's fucked.
It is fucked now. Yeah.
I don't know what they're called.
It was called something because they did loads during COVID because they couldn't do tattooing, so they had to
Do car
move
shit.
stuff, and they did loads of drop shipping and products and stuff, and they did
They did the
handhold things and custom silicon.
That's really going to annoy me, that, because I can't fucking remember.
I can't remember it. I don't know why.
That's
I
a
can't
sign of
remember
getting old.
it was called
You're
something.
nearly 50. I'm nearly 34.
34. I'm 40 in 6 months.
That's
7
crazy.
months.
Yeah.
7 months.
We should sell up and buy Porsches.
No, fuck that. Fuck that.
Everyone else has.
I know, yeah. Easy life. I just bought another van. Buy
Yeah.
another van.
Got a van, mate.
Got a van, mate.
Two
I got
vans,
two
mate.
vans.
How many cars have you got now?
I got it's the van, the Golf, the other van. 200, 300. TIG. Vectra. I think that's it.
That's not bad. That's not that bad.
Currently.
All on the road bar this.
Ooh,
That's impressive.
yeah.
That's a good fight. But you
That's-
could never say that.
No, yeah.
I've got 7 cars. None of them are. Well, this one.
This
is the
one
only
isn't
that's
on the road.
not
Yeah,
roadworthy.
imagine
But
that.
not because it couldn't be, just because you don't want it to be.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck that. Fuck that. I mean, I can get the 300 off the drive.
A logistical nightmare of just going out for a drive in this.
Yeah.
Getting it off the drive is going to get the trailer to get it off the street.
Get the trailer to get it off the drive. I didn't realise that I can only open these now, like halfway to get the car out that way.
Yeah.
But it does work because that little door opens.
So there's anyway. Let's just go back to actual drifting for a minute, rather than talking about Alex's garage and carport. There's an event in Sweden which is
Sweden.
Vicious Delicious.
Vicious what?
Vicious Delicious.
Wow, that sounds so Swedish. I love it.
And I would love to actually go and attend.
Shall we
that.
do that? When
we
is
should
it?
probably go with that.
That sounds great. Let's do
It's
that. When is it?
May,
It's
mid-May.
in May.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
And
okay.
it's I messaged the guys on Instagram. I was having a quick little chat to him. I was like, I'm pretty keen to go. The track looks sick. And I think
Oh wait, is this the one you sent? It was the yeah. It looks
so cool.
it looks like D.
D.
D. No, the one in no, the one in fucking Smermerikama.
USR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
where
it
they have
looks like that.
thingy.
Yeah. Looks ace.
Yeah. I'd like to go and do that.
Yeah.
It's a bit terrifying because it's like big hump.
It'd be nice to go to that.
Yeah, that's what
Nice
we
to
kind of go to that and
So
attend.
okay, yeah, so we could
a bit of a
attend that.
social.
We could do that. Do we have to go on an aeroplane?
We would have to. We could go on a ferry, but it'd probably be better just to go on an aeroplane.
Could we drive?
We could. On the 300.
We could drive.
Road
yeah.
trip.
Why don't we do that?
We could do that.
Jono, you can get the back of 300, can't you?
We could just rotate in the 300.
I reckon that the 300 is done now done. At least that chassis. No, those clocks say it's done 250,000 miles. I reckon it's got another 250,000 miles in it.
Go for 250 minutes.
I reckon I've driven it for a grand total of 250 minutes
Do you reckon?
in the past.
You've done
10
quite
years.
a lot of mileage in it. I saw you on the
that's
Supercars of
true.
Alderley Edge page, innit?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, that was awkward.
Good fun.
And then the following week, a woman in a doesn't matter, her gender doesn't matter. She was in a brand new M3 and she crashed into the barrier.
Was it a
in
woman?
front of
I
that
thought
guy?
it was-
Yeah.
Yeah, no way.
So he's filming it.
Yeah.
He's filming it on the roundabout, and then she just puts her foot down, and then as soon as it starts to get a bit spicy and fun, she just lets off, and then just goes smash.
Yeah. There was a copper part there.
Everyone does
yesterday.
that. It's not just that she's not that she's a woman that she did that. Everyone just does that.
come
They let
into
off
the-
and then fucking crash
I
there.
come into the roundabout there, going the opposite way to where the people get filmed going.
Oh yeah.
And as I went there, well, that's a really weird place for a police car to park. And he literally parked in the inside lane, just past the lights, with his full rear lights on, just stopped there. Not like someone had a crash or anything, but because people were stood on the roundabout, obviously taking videos, he's literally just sat there. But the amount of people that had come round that roundabout, considering that's a 50 mile an hour section into a 70, they've come off the roundabout, accelerated, and then are met with an instant fucking rear of a police car.
Brilliant. That's smart.
Like, so fucking dangerous.
That's the sort of policing I want. I want dangerous, put yourself in harm's way policing. That's
I was
fantastic.
like, it's fucking like.
Leave it.
I don't understand. It was confusing.
That page is it's good from the perspective like you get to see some nice cars driven on roads, and you get a decent perspective as them disappearing up a road at pace. But I must say it is it's quite obviously encouraging people to do
of course it is.
driving that they're not capable of. Shut that up. It's clearly encouraging driving that people aren't capable of. Like if I know it's a straight road, but they come off like there's a guy in a one series who's like there every single week, so much so that the guy stopped filming him, and he'll try and drift around this roundabout, and it's just like,
It's a really awkward roundabout because of the way people enter it as well.
I'm starting to shiver now. I'm fucking freezing. But it's if he wasn't there filming, would the guy in the one series be drifting on a Saturday afternoon?
Probably not.
On a very, very heavily populated with normos, like.
And you enter
normal
that
traffic.
You have to pull out pretty quick because one side is a 50, one side is a 70. So you have to enter the roundabout with commitment. And if someone is then trying to drift round the roundabout, and you're committing to the roundabout, it's gonna end up in crash.
Yeah, it does feel like. I mean, and it has done multiple times. There's lots of videos where there is a crash.
Yeah.
Like either pretty much just go in your bed. Your face is beautiful
Hanging.
but covered in crap. Bed. There is
Gotta say it
nothing
with
going
some-
on upstairs.
Say
Is
it
there?
with some gusto. Macbed.
Oh, poor boy. Poor boy. But yeah, okay. So the next time we're drifting,
Pass.
the next time I'm drifting will be Dory Fest.
Yeah.
Should
Hopefully that'll
we
be there.
should we go to Sweden?
We'd like to go to Sweden.
I'd
Should
like
we
to
drive
go
the
to
300 to Sweden?
I would definitely do a road trip.
Would you
drive
actually
to
drive
Sweden.
that?
Yeah,
I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking about a plane, a
100%.
hotel.
100%. It's a nice, comfy place to be.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down. I'm not.
I wouldn't like nail it the whole time.
No. We
there.
just have to cruise
Like, if
all
it
the
was
way
a
there.
bit of
But
a
which
wet
way would you
roundabout,
go?
I don't know. Probably through Europe.
Cool. Should we make that a thing?
Or like to would you do Scotland and then like a
No, I do.
you ferry?
I do Hull to Rotterdam. You cut out the UK, which is shit, and the Eurotunnel. So we do an overnight. So we drive from here to Hull, do an overnight, which is 11 or 12 hours on the ferry. So you're getting nice and rested. You're already halfway through your journey, and then you do all the nice Nordic roads up through the. It'd be pretty cool. We could, or
I
we
think
could.
that could be a thing.
I think there may be a ferry crossing at some point in Sweden or Norway, somewhere there. So
Yeah.
we can have a look at the route and
That'd
see.
be cool. I'd like that.
That might be. We might do a D-pad here and say, oh yeah, we're going to do this, and then look at it and go, fuck that.
Fuck, that's horrible. It's like 22 hours of driving. Do you remember when we drove for 22 hours solid to go to next level in Poland in Gdansk in 2018? And the only
best
thing that
time.
I felt like I had brain damage afterwards. Though.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I felt
yeah.
like my brain was fucked.
Yeah.
And it still does
I
to this
enjoyed
day.
that. I enjoyed doing definitely not crime speeds of a trailer in the Amarok.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, exactly. It was fucking amazing. Right, should we wrap this up then?
Yeah, I think so. We wrap it up.
This has been the Law Origin podcast. Thank you for listening or watching or
38.
reading. What?
You could read
38.
it.
Podcast 38.
You could
We're
read
getting there now. We could do the 40th podcast on my 40th birthday. Wouldn't that be a sad and
Maybe if we
depressing
get one
thing
in
to do?
between now and going away, we could do one at the Vicious Delicious event.
Maybe.
for the
Vicious
40th.
Delicious.
It's a hilarious name. Vicious
Is
Delicious.
it better or worse than racism? Ultra racism.
Racism, ultra race.
Final solution.
I was going to extend my arm, but I'm going to ask Jono, and I'm not doing it.
This is terrible.
For the meme.
Yeah. Right.
Bye.
Bye.